Goodness Miracle, you jammy bastard! He gets a kill, will die for it to DM, but wow, that was insane.
DM's happy with that. He's got all that solo experience where they kill onto the face's void too. So
yeah, he's
like, all right, cool. That's cool.
Well, a more successful laning phase of VP Prodigy than last game. They are still a little bit behind. Yeah. How's our mid? We haven't really focused too much on mid. What's been going on there, Theban?
It's just a very even lane. Both teams or both players just bringing out a lot of regen. You know, they're bringing themselves a little bit low. We have made this rotation down to bottom and sniped the Lina. I don't even know how that was even possible, or how he even thought that was gonna be a really good move, but you know, made it work out. They're just gonna keep on spamming the mid lane out. We got the Tidebringer from the Kunkka, and then we are just gonna power shot every wave. There's not gonna be a whole lot of action here. But bottom though, that's where the real action's at. Once again, I'm really concerned for Epileptic Kid. He went for this Orb of Venom. He also finished Magic Wand. These are not normal anti-mage items, and that means his real items that he needs to buy are gonna be delayed heavily. So he's going for the massive
queued up.
Yeah. This is like the new AM build that we've been seeing quite a lot in matchmaking. It all started with God King. Yep, God King did this like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, trying to get on top of we trying to get on top of GP. I don't know. They're kind of on top of each other, making some children. But see ya.
Oh man, what was that? He just stood there.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a bit confusing.
I don't know. He wasn't really doing any damage with his focus fire there, and then just gets destroyed by Alina 2 TVs in. There you go.
Yeah, that's quite annoying to deal with the X mark and the bow. So it's much tankier than you would think. So yeah, speaking of this anti-mage, he's only got 20 last. It's 7 minutes in. Not even close to his Morbid Mask, and that's also gonna delay his Power Treads, his Battle Fury. I expect a very underfarmed anti-mage if this Magnus doesn't start empowering him
up in the top lane. They've got themselves an Elder Titan. Don't think they're gonna be able to grab DM as well here, unfortunately. The Iron Man's gonna slam down the lightning bolts, but no, he gets himself out. So it's gonna be a nice chrono, nice kill onto Lil, and I'll leave it at that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
DM is quite okay with that because he's not the one getting chronoed and killed off. He's getting very close to his arcane boots. He'll buy into Guardian Greaves this game, going that utility route on his Magnus. I guess it's okay if Epileptic Kick doesn't have like the most amazing laning stage, because you do have a Magnus available with that Empower. Oh, GH bottom. They're gonna get a stun on him.
He could be in some trouble though. That said, GPK is coming into the fray as well, looking for a target, and that target is gonna be Mind Control as he gets chopped down. GH still trying to find a kill, but that's not gonna happen. He's gonna lose his life as well, making it 2 kills in the bottom lane for the side of Virtus Pro.
Very nice.
Prodigy.
Very nice rotation from GPK here. Mind Control only having half HP, getting comboed up with the boat, and Lil just gonna take over the mid lane while GPK rotates bottom, getting himself some experience too. It's very fluid movements from VP Prodigy at the moment, and all their lanes are going well now for them. I guess the anti-mage lane is pretty much the only one that's still having some struggles because it doesn't have a whole lot of last hits, but no, those kills are gonna be helpful.
Meanwhile, we looking for something. He's under the cover of invisibility. And oh, be careful of that Astral. They might have found themselves a little here. Let's see. Yeah, Focus Fire comes out. No.
Got Javelin.
Shackle Shot. Power Shot comes through. Oh, the Power Shot misses.
That's gotta hurt.
A little bit rusty on the old Wind Ranger here, perhaps. But they're going to steal the stack at least. Look at this.
Oh, 4 stack. It's a 4 stack. delicious.
Yeah, Iron Man getting a piece of it. We have a power shot. DM just watching, he's running in circles. No, please stop. Meanwhile, Mind Control dies down the bottom lane. DM comes in, he's got the RP onto 3. GPK follows up with a boat. One's gonna die. They actually managed to get away the time walk for Miracle, but we and our men lose their lives. The punishment is big. You take our stacks, we take your lives, say VP Prodigy.
Oh my god, that was so beautiful. That RP into a boat. It's very rare to see these kind of plays happen.
Because power shot comes through and DM will be losing his life here inevitably. We grabs himself that one, so that is something at least. Yeah, GPK having a stonker of a game so far, just doing what he needs to, being a factor, making action around the map, recovering this laning phase, and being a force of aggression so that the Magnus and the AM can have slightly freer games. So talk me through this Mask of Madness AM thing. What's this all about?
Yeah, it just kind of helps you farm a lot faster. You get that sustain, and then you get this insane amount of attack speed. You can farm Ancients quite easily. Mid lane, actually, Weha getting jumped right now. Whew, just exploded.
See you later, buddy. That's going to be another kill going the way of GPK. He is just racking them up right now.
Yeah, this X mark is just so good against the Wind Ranger. I feel like Weha needs to go for a different item build than an MKB or something at this point. Just gonna keep on feeding at this rate.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Harsh words, but true, to be honest.
Maybe like an Yules or something could be quite interesting, just to keep himself alive. Or he just gotta find better positioning, but I feel like BP Project, they really got their eyes on Weha in this game.
Yeah. Like the moment he gets X'd, it's just dead. He's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead, exactly.
That's so hard to play.
So the Mask of Madness, now with the Empower, you just farm so fast. And what you do later is you just split the Mask of Madness for like a Satanic and a Butterfly on Anti-Mage. So it's like quite an effective item to hold on to. I think in this game it's especially good because you got that mech, so you don't have to think about the Battle Fury like before you farm really fast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still very curious to see it making its way in, but you know, the meta seems to be right now, if God King does it, everyone does it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Lately.
Yeah, he is a special anti-mage player, that's for sure. 3-man stop. Where's the follow-up? Well, GPK throwing in the boat, managing to get the torrent onto 2, and down they go. Positioned absolutely perfectly from GPK, and getting the triple kill with the Tidebringer as well. This man is on fire, and he is just chopping down NIGMA heroes left, right, and center. Goodness gracious me. This pirate, someone needs to slow him down.
These combos, the RP, the sleep into the bolts, oh man. And Weha he's getting cut like butter.
So nice. Yeah, now Miracle up at the top lane. He does have a Chrono Sphere. Gather up for it, boys. Well, he's not going to get a chance to get that one off the Laguna Blade, the LSA. Too much damage pouring into Miracle. NIGMA are leaking all across the deck right now as this Virtus Pro Prodigy team led by Kunkka is doing way too much work. However, DM maybe it's a trouble down at bottom here. We RP'd him for some reason. Still did die. Good. Oh well.
They got at least some kind of a return kill. They gotta get something going for them right now. I mean, every time this Weha shows on a tower, he's always got to be afraid of GPK showing up with the X mark.
Top tower is under attack.
And he's very good at mimicking the movements of Weha at the moment. And this Anti-Mage is about to overtake Miracle too. Miracle had a great laning stage. Anti-Mage didn't, but with the Empower and the Mask of Madness, he's been able to farm right back up.
So smoke up from the side of NIGMA. GH Miracle looking for a use of this Chronosphere and the Supernova. What can they find? Lil is going to be the target once again. Really? Are they going to chrono him again here? I mean, they've killed him so many times with it. Oh, this time, actually, the bashes come through, and one more needed. They get him down. GH Milk puts in with the flames. Meanwhile, Lena, they're looking for another one here. NIGMA aren't quite done with this one. Beautiful shackle connecting onto both GPK and Save. Another Chronosphere comes down. Doesn't quite catch out the Kunkka, though. They've actually got Miracle X marks into the boat. The damage is there, but the Supernova holds back the side of VP Prodigy, and they will have to just end up losing 2 heroes, and that's going to be about it. But the tower in the middle lane looks like it's going to fall to NIGMA as well. They managed to strike back pretty hard at Virtus Pro Prodigy, and with his tower going their way as well, it's going to make it a very valuable couple of pickups indeed.
There we go. This is what we were expecting from NIGMA and Miracle especially. Leading those team fights. Getting that nice engagement. Phoenix though does not have an egg here.
Yeah, in comes the Splitter as well. He's very, very low. GH going for the TP out, and they want to get the better targets. They're not going to turn around and try and kill him. Meanwhile, Miracle leading on the front lines here. Doesn't even have a Chronos here, but he doesn't ask a Madness. He's just taking chunks out of Lil right now. Meanwhile, we turns up for this fight, but they've already lost Lil. Oh, beautiful torrent comes through from GPK. Get it, Laguna Blade as well. Can they finish the job? They can. They get him. Save is there with the nukes, with the damage to get that kill. Meanwhile, Micah trying to get himself out. He's just farming. He's not interested in this fight at all. He's just farming. Micah actually popping a salve inside the pit. It's a creative usage of his resources here, but unfortunately X-Mark's now on him. RMN back to life. He's coming into this fight, just popping down that Pulse Nova, looking for a kill into GPK. GPK has to run himself away on the backlines, but meanwhile Micah gets blown by the front lines, but now Shackle comes down onto 2. Do they have the damage though? GM's in some trouble, just have to skewer in, actually drops the RP down onto GH. Can they finish the job? No, the Light Tracker actually off the mark. Epilepticin finally gets it done, but now he's looking for revenge. He's got the blink in 1 second. It's not there in time. We gets a double kill as the anti-mage shall fall, and I think that was a pretty good trade for NIGMA again.
Yeah, that was. I mean, they got GPK kill, they got Epileptic Kit too. They're starting to build up some momentum now, and that was an engagement without the Chrono too. In 50 seconds, we're gonna see another Chrono, and hopefully, if NIGMA continues to play like this, where they group up as 4 and 5 and keep running at BP Prodigy, they're gonna be in really good shape.
Hopefully.
They got it. They have to. And look at the anti-mage too. He understands like this battlefield is way too slow in this game. And because it's Magnus 3 and Magnus doesn't really care too much about his own farm, he can kind of follow around the anti-mage. He's just going to go straight for that Manta style. But even with the Manta, I'm not sure it's going to be enough for him to be able to take like these engagements if NIGMA continues to play at this rate. And look at GPK. He went for a Glimmer Cape. That is not something you normally see on a Kunkka.
Yeah, but you know what? I love this. I really like this.
It feels good. It looks kind of good.
I mean, it's magic resistance, right? It's passive and active magic resistance. 20 attack speed as well. That's some good shit right there. I'm into this.
Can actually save your allies or glimmer your way onto the we here or something like that.
Well, yeah, it's a way to get off the X without needing to invest in a Shadow Blade. Bungie calling into the middle lane to clear out some creeps to smoke up as well. He's actually finished off a Heaven's Halberd now as well. Wow, this guy's beefy. Beefy pirate. Highest net worth in the game.
Tower is under attack.
Let's see. They are swinging into their own jungle because they want to clear it out, but there's nobody there right now, as it turns out. It will be an empty smoke just to get up to vision, but still very much worthwhile. Wind did actually finish off the Monkey King bar. Nothing queued up right now for Wee, but this big timing means he's going to be able to do so much damage. Yeah,
definitely. This Monkey King bar, huge timing for Wind Ranger. Brown Boots, MKB, we've been seeing this like pretty much every single game with core Wind Ranger. Next item, BKB is going to be nice. Gets all these stuns.
They've seen miracles in the neighborhood. He's got that Chronosphere ready to go though. Nothing you want.
Yeah, so right now NIGMA's plan, they're just gonna play in this triangle area. If they can catch like maybe 2 heroes, they can just end up going into the Roshan pit, get that Aegis. 20 minutes. I feel like this has been like the trend in all these European games where at 20 minutes you kind of just want to get a pick or 2 around the mid lane and go straight into the Roshan pit. And before that, you're just trying to get Rush ready.
Yeah, NIGMA really have started taking control of this map. Let us know that they're strong. I mean, this is... Ooh.
Oh, here we go. They know where anti-mage is farming. It's so obvious, right?
Yeah.
Because they've taken over this area. There's only one other ancient camp available.
But they haven't found him. I'm not sure if Epileptic actually caught a glimpse of anybody there, but he blinked himself out just after finishing off that ancient camp, which ended up being an absolutely perfect move. But NIGMA's still moving in to the enemy jungle, wanting to find someone, something, somehow. But this is where VP have really good vision, so this isn't going to be a very easy opportunity for them.
Yeah, that was very awkward because they smoked up the Void and the Phoenix, but then the Underlord and the Wind Ranger try to go into the triangle area. Instead, if the Underlord and Wind Ranger showed on the map, I think the anti-mage would have just continued to farm and they would have been able to catch him. So maybe giving away a little bit too much information by getting everybody off the map. Alright, man.
Kid just
X
jumps
mark.
in. I mean, he's not scared. Nice torrent coming out onto RMN as well. Both teams, it's getting real tense here, Steven. Both teams kind of just wrapping around each other. We know this Aegis is up for grabs if anybody can get the advantage on the other. And you know what? NIGMA say, we're just going to go straight in. And the pings are coming out. GPK is going to lead the charge over. Are they going to get there in time though? Roshan is actually going down really quickly. We dropping down the focus fire onto Roshan, and they are not going to get there nearly in time. The Astral Spirit's moving on over, but Roshan is already dead. Miracle picking up that Aegis with the double damage. I mean, that is a very, very fortunate rune to grab there for them. They wouldn't have done it in time if it wasn't for that. At least not for the Astral and then the Stomp to come through. So yeah, very lucky there for NIGMA, but they make the most of their situation.
Once again, that 40-minute. Oh, bottom. Anti-mage. Oh,
no! Miracle catches him out. That's a high-value double damage rune I think I've ever seen, and now Mind Control goes down in mid. They get some kind of revenge here, GPK, but unfortunately, losing their anti-mage is such a bitter pill to swallow. And it comes, yeah, the X marks is, oh, supernova to cancel out X marks. Okay, well, you know, it works, I guess.
Yep, DM, they're actually gonna continue to go in here.
Yo, he's caught. Oh my god, Miracle is just doing so much damage right now. He doesn't even need a double damage to actually hear it down, but that's a nice little combo coming through from GPK. They might have caught two of them here. We still survived, and they will finish off RMN with the Earth Splitter. Meanwhile, we just dropping down the announcement onto GPK. He's being head of barrels right now, getting completely taken down. The Shackle onto two. He has got the Heaven's Halberd, but guess what? Winrin is still got a power shot and finishes off GPK with that spell, and now Lil's left behind, but it has no team. Another one. Oh no, Epileptic King! He tries to jump in the backline to kill off Weaver, but unfortunately he doesn't have the damage. We survives. AM does get himself out, but man, that was costly. He really wanted to just try and find something from that. Unfortunately, they leave empty-handed, and NIGMA just weave a path of destruction through the enemy side of the map. This is going to be a big scar for VP Prodigy to heal up over the next few minutes.
Oh man, Miracle, once he gets his Aegis, it's like a light switch, you know, that he just flicks on. It's like, I don't care, I'm just diving in there. This is very similar to how Mid-One played his Faces Void as well. He's got that time walk to heal himself back up. VP Prodigy just don't feel like they can turn around and try to go on this Void who's got that Aegis. They try to go for the backline, and the Void is just sitting in the back, or jumping their backline and just constantly smacking people in the face.
He's playing like how the anti-mage wishes he could play, really.
Yeah, exactly. And right now they're getting completely choked out on the side of VP Prodigy. Anti-mage constantly having to run back to the mag to get empowered.
AM in some trouble. The front lines, another Shackle coming through, stopping DM with that RP, and now, well, Miracle just runs into everybody, but gets slept up immediately. A beautiful sleep just holding back the fight. Now the RP comes through onto We. Can they finish the job? Yeah, Green Blade comes out. They need one more hit. We're still running away from this. They need to finish the job here, and they're not going to do so. As the Supernova comes crashing down there on top of GPK. GPK needs to run. He has got the Glimmer Cape, not doing it a whole lot just yet, but there comes the Torrent coming down onto the Faceless Void. That's going to hold him off for the time being. GH just healing up Miracle with that Sunray. Lil, though, he's kind of in a bad spot right now, and yeah, the Zelda Titan most certainly is going to be losing his life. We finish them off with the power shot. That's going to put an end to this fight.
Yeah, that was actually such a well-executed team fight from VP Prodigy, honestly. They tried their absolute best to bring down Wii. He had like a sliver of HP. They kited the heroes really well too, but in the end, they were only able to kill off RMN, and Elder Titan was the trade-off for that. But I think these are small wins that VP Prodigy are willing to take here, because they really gotta wait out this Aegis and try to get to that next item on the anti-mage. He's going for the Basher now. They're not gonna go back for that Battle Fury. He just doesn't seem, he doesn't feel like there's a point to it, and he needs this bigger items at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Mind Control bottom. Well, he's got a Rift and he's got Yules. She should be okay, right? Yeah, he should be okay.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's going down too easily.
What's Miracle's next item? MKB, big damage item, and he's got about a minute left on this Aegis. So a minute from now, I think he's gonna stop playing like a maniac, because then he can actually get blown up by the X mark, the Lina stuns, got the RP available too, and this anti-mage does have a Basher. It's gonna be a pretty big item when the AM gets that Abyssal Blade, because there's a few heroes on the side of NIGMA that are going to be affected by this Manta split on an Abyssal. Like Void, he's going to lose all his mana. Leshrac can instantly get bursted. So Wind Ranger 2, if he gets caught out without the wind run on.
There's a lot of factors here. A lot of factors. Yeah, Leshrac could be a spot of bother. And Epileptic Kid, D just wants the money for himself.
Yeah,
Mana Void. Not exactly going to be fighting anytime soon.
It's a big creep for him. 335 gold. He's happy. No, though. Oh, the shackle doesn't land on him. Is it going to be okay?
To the high ground, but he's going to finish him off all the same. Some procs from MKB, make sure he goes down. And that's going to be a clean trade between the two teams. NIGMA, well, without this Aegis now, things might look a little bit closer, I want to say.
Yeah, I don't think Miracle is going to be as confident, especially without like a Black King Bar or a Satanic yet. He's got to consider VP Prodigy making some kind of a smoke play onto him. And the anti-mage is getting very, very close to this Abyssal.
Yeah.
It's about a Vanguard away.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of skipping out the Battle Fury, is that he does hit these timings way earlier than he normally would in this game. No Battle Fury, no problems. And as you mentioned before, as the Mag being the 3, he can afford the time to go and say hello to his teammate. But talking about Mag, he's in some trouble right now. Yule's out into the stun as well. He has got the skewer to bring Iron Man way out of position here, right into the clutches of Epileptic Kid, who brings him down easily. Now, well, the sleep comes through, just holding Underlord back. Not exactly the hero they want to start taking chunks out of, but if they can get the kill, they will. Yules comes out onto himself to buy himself a little bit more time. DM tries to go for the RP, only catches out the Underlord. Unfortunately, Laguna Blade even being committed. They finally bring him down, but now we find Save. Gets that kill with Focus Fire and Wind Run in, and now they can back themselves out. I'm not sure they want to keep going here. The X-Mark Filter are going to hold way a little bit further back, but I think this fight might be over for the side of VP Prodigy. Both teams losing an equal amount again. I think this game's just really, really even. It's a slight gold advantage for NIGMA, but we're reaching the part in the game where the anti-mage is starting to come online. He's got so close to this Abyssal Blade. Meanwhile, the Kunkka, he's been effective throughout the entire game, and with his 10-second BKB, he's an absolute monster in the team fight. The only one who's kind of underperforming.
He might get caught here.
Uh-oh, the Chrono just on the edge. It's absolutely perfect from Miracle, and they'll be able to bring him down. See you later, Epileptic Kid. That's an anti-mage in the bin for another 60 seconds.
That was actually such a beautiful chrono. He just chronoed him straight up. Didn't even try to time walk on top of him or anything like that. And anti-mage popped his Manta, was about to blink out. He was mid-blink animation when he got chrono there too. So
frames away from it. Frames away from it. It was
exactly. It was like
frame away from
play there.
Home champ to a mega low from here.
Okay, that's like a Black King Bar now. So he's gonna be able to play a little bit more aggressively as well. And gonna be able to walk into the team fights a little bit more. Save?
That's very far forward for him, and well, he gets a Goose Blade over to the void, and the combo as well catches him out. Miracle gets brought down. They fight without their AM, and it works out beautifully. Now he's going to be the next target. Lil's ready with a stomp as well. It's going to hold him still for a little bit longer. DM unfortunately does not have the blink available for the skewer, and GH just comes rolling on through. Yule's up onto the Kunkka. I think they just want to run themselves away from this one. He'll BKB to stop the split earth coming through, and well, there you go. There's a supernova come crashing down. GH will unfortunately get away. I like the idea there of just popping the torrent pre-stun to try and catch him out mid-dive. It was a cute idea, but unfortunately the timing was a little bit off.
Yeah. Oh man, I just want to go back to that play on the void. That was actually so good. Like Save realizing that there's actually a kill potential on him, using him up, getting that burst damage out.
Yeah, it was amazing. And now an RP comes down to, well, this is weird, but unfortunately he's got a BKB and just runs himself back and actually just murders Lil instead. Not the plan here. Meanwhile, anti-mage, he's looking forward to Phoenix instead. Phoenix does have that Icarus dart, but gets bashed! Oh no, what Epileptic Kid though, didn't realize what's happened, blink past GH. GH is just reading the pit and he's like, wait, am I fine?
Oh, he thought he got away.
I'm fine.
He actually thought GH got away.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
wow,
he should have known his Bash was on cooldown, but at the same time, yeah. Thanks, Basher.
Bash actually saved him, yeah. I mean, it's nighttime, right? So you don't have a whole lot of vision. And you were thinking like, oh, maybe, you know, the little fire stuff that comes out, the dive just bugged or something. Happens all the time, so. Oh, wow. That was very fortunate for GH, because that looked like he was 100% dead.
Yeah. Interesting.
Miracle?
Interesting game. Still hanging in the balance now.
Not fair yet. 10 seconds. This is an extremely high skill game. Like all these players, their spell casting is on point. They know where they need to be on the map. They know how to counter. the engagements too.
Oh yeah, this isn't a case
is
of...
not complete.
Yeah, this isn't a case of like, oh, hold on, the Void's in some trouble again, the combo is there, and it is so on point. Meanwhile, the two-man skewer comes through, catching out RMN as well. Ondor's gonna go for the Yule's TP out, with got enough damage, they do, Mind Control's dead as well, that makes it 3. Athletic Kid immediately looking for the +1, GH going to his favorite spot inside that road bash. Oh, Bissell, there we go. They have got him this time, GH, no escape from the wrath of Anti-Mage, and they take down 4 heroes, VPP, put themselves back into this game, and that, well, they were never really out of it, but they just smash NIGMA, punish them for constantly being on their side of the map, and now they can look to really take over the map for themselves a little bit here. We actually going for that arcane rune, that feels risky.
Oh,
Kid looking for the bash.
It's not Bissell yet for another 10 more seconds though.
No, but he gets the bash nonetheless, and they're going to keep on running him down. BKB is going to be going down in just 1 second here. The torrent's a little bit off the mark. Athletic Kid's still trying to chase him. He's got the Bissell Blade available. If he blinks forwards, he will just about have enough mana. Bissell Blade's on top of him, and now the rest of the team coming on through. I mean, he's making... Nah, he's not even making space for this one. This is just a straight up death. The arcane rune, was it really worth it, Weeha?
That's 4 kills on the side of VP PRODIGY. I mean, they've started to hit their power spikes. The Abyssal Blade Anti-Mage is online. We talked about how after 25 minutes, you know, VP PRODIGY with his Anti-Mage, he can really take over the game. And we are starting to see that. And the problem is that Faceless Void, with his first Aegis, he was able to do a lot. He had to go for that MKB because he didn't have a whole lot of damage, but this BKB was extremely slow. Every time they see him in the fights, they're just dropping all their disables onto Miracle, and they're able to bring him down. There's no saves on the side of NIGMA, or no counterplays as well.
No, that's not. This BKB sorely needed for a Miracle. Do you think maybe even should have gone for it earlier?
It's hard, right? If you go for the BKB, then you just don't have any damage. You can't actually be able to solo kill anybody. But at the same time, without the BKB, you're the one getting killed off in all the engagements. I think
Cajona's on Miracle. They just go straight in. This one comes down onto the RP, onto 3. Oh no, there's an absolute chaos in the pit for NIGMA. They lose 3 straight off the bat. What are you doing, boys? This isn't how you do it. Supernova comes out from GH in the backlines, but the heroes just smacking away at that little egg. They'll crack it open. They'll make themselves some eggs, and that'll be their snack to take down Roshan with. I don't know what that was, dude. How did the Magnus get off that RP so easily?
Oh man, I don't know. That was just such a questionable Roshan call from NIGMA side. They weren't even controlling up the hill in this area, and they know VP PRODIGY are obviously thinking about this Roshan. They just made a really big gamble play, you know, try to focus fire and maybe try to burst this Rosh down before VP PRODIGY can react. Oh, that's gotta feel so bad for NIGMA. And they got the Aegis now on the Anti-Mage too. This looks like game number 1 all over again. Except it was on the second Roshan where they turned the game heavily into their favor.
The cursed pit. NIGMA really, they... Oh my god, look at him go. They're just going straight back in, and immediately looking forward onto the Underlord. He has got that Yule to keep himself alive. Earth Split comes 2 onto 2. And now, well, Mind Control still surviving through this. Under the tier 4 though, Athletic Kid has no fears, and they will finish off the Underlord. And it looks like RMN's following him to the grave as well. 2 heroes out of the equation. That is, well, convincing nonetheless from PRODIGY, and now they can keep the siege going, knowing that there's not going to be any heroes respawning for a long time now. Void and the Phoenix are back, but those 2 they just killed have been taken out of the equation for 30 seconds. That is 30 seconds too many, unfortunately, as that middle lane of Barracks really starting to crumble and fall.
Yeah, they're just gonna go back and finish the tier 2 towers off. This Aegis is very healthy, long timer left on it. NIGMA, they can't farm their way back into this game. It's just impossible. This Void needs like 2,000 gold before he can finish his Black King bar, and that's just not gonna happen. VP PRODIGY will take all your objectives before that, so they gotta get a smoke going as soon as Underlord and Leshrac are alive. You got the Chronosphere. Maybe you can catch the backline, kill the Lina, kill the ET off or something, and play off that. Epileptic Kid, he's such a beast right now. He's got a Scotty, a lot of stats on his hill.
Yeah, Guardi Aegis. It's a beautiful combo and he jumps. The left track on the backlines. Iron Man stands no chance of surviving this engagement. Now an RP onto 2. Catch them out. Skewer all the way back. They've got mind control at the very least. Chrono Shield comes down for a miracle. Mind control still alive for the time being. They don't have the damage though. He actually gets disarmed inside the Chrono from the Kunkka. And now he listens up onto the Lina. Lina in some trouble. Maybe she will die. Get someone to say Anna Laguna just before she goes down. Nicely done. Just throwing out her spells. Meanwhile, Athletic Kid might be in a little bit too deep. A buyback from mind control. He jumps back into the equation. May just gets popped from the anti-mage. Now where's the rest of the team? BVP, are they ready? They have no RP. They don't really have much. And the focus five coming towards the anti-mage. Anti-mage, he might die, but no! Cheese comes down. Damage comes in. Miracle's actually the one who ends up dying here. And Athletic Kid just blinks himself away as there's nothing even happened. Mind control still in some trouble there. They might not be done. BVP, they're still going in. Beautiful torrent catches out Wee is dead as well. 75 seconds. This might be the end of the game for NIGMA. They've just thrown too much onto the fire. Wow. Burning brightly for the side of Virtus Pro Prodigy.
What a play. GPK just passed, BKB walked on top of the anti-mage, passed him the cheese. That anti-mage was like one hit away from dying when he got that cheese off. That was like
my god.
Play right there.
GPK, what a team player. Abyssal Blade comes down onto mind control. He's losing his life as well. They're fighting over not much at this point in the game. Fighting for their lives of the tournament, NIGMA. But there is so little they can do. And DM goes fishing and finds himself a big fish. Iron Man goes down as well. This might be the end. Tier 4s being smacked away at. They're not going to have anybody back for another 25 seconds. The Wind and the Void will respawn, but it looks like the Ancient is going to fall, and it is going to come tumbling down quickly. GH might even die before it falls, but GG's are called. The game to Virtus Pro Prodigy, and with it the series a 2-0 over Team NIGMA. Man, you cannot count this team out, can you?
Oh, that was an absolutely insane game from BP Prodigy. They had a really great laning